8 of our dining room purge. Let me see if I've got us at a decent angle here. I've tried pulling the camera a little bit closer this way so that maybe the dining or the kitchen island light won't interfere so much. So we'll see, hopefully. Anyway, I put out a short last night showing you guys some of the milk glass that I spent quite a bit of time on yesterday cleaning up. It had gotten pretty dusty. It had been sitting in the basement for a long time, and I don't know why I really hadn't listed it yet, but I hadn't. And so I figured since folks were asking about it on our last sale, then I would just bring it over for this time. Why not? And then I also found a box over here that was hiding in the back that I know it has that, it's like a sewing box, but it's also a music box, and I can't remember what all else is in there, so we'll figure that out together too. Hey, Jody. Hey, BD. I hope everybody's doing okay. Theodore, as usual, is being a brat, so if you hear him barking in the background, I apologize. Let me hop on the YouTube side real quick and just set it to subscriber mode, so bear with me a second here. This always takes a moment. Like I said, I wish I could set it where it would auto do this, but it doesn't for some reason. Oh, that Theodore. I think Kyle's eating and he's probably not sharing. And so Theodore's probably giving him the what's what. All right, 1 day, save. There we go, should be good. All right, cool. And then I'll open up my chat on this end here on my phone. Okay. All right, guys. So Fancy Lady over on the YouTube side and Carrie, Jody, everybody on the YouTube side. Hello and welcome in, everybody. I'm glad you're here. You're welcome to hang out on the YouTube side and just enjoy the show. If you want to get in on the auction, you do have to come over to Niknax. So just follow the QR code somewhere at the bottom of the screen there, and you can hop right in and join in on the action. But no pressure. Like I said, you're more than welcome to hang out on the YouTube side. We are going to be running a lot of glass tonight. But also, I'm going to start off going through this box of stuff that I had thrifted and forgot about. Shocker. And also some of the stuff that I've recently picked up. We might as well. That's our wiener dog. I'll save him. We've seen him. I might as well just start with this sewing box thing. Here's the little tag. Let me grab some scissors. Ow! Oh, golly. That's funny bone. Sure ain't funny when you hit it. Tell you what. All right, so this here is adorable. I don't know what the length and width of it is. Let's find out. The box itself is about 10.5 inches, and with the handle, it's about 12 inches long, and it's about 7.5 wide. But it's really cute, floral pattern. Yes, happy Sunday evening. What's it say on here? The San Francisco Music Box Company, made in Taiwan, current ink. So it's got this wood base with these little plastic light blue feet. It's really cute, and it's got an adorable tassel. Let me open it up. Oh, the key to wind it is back here, cleverly hidden. I don't know if it's wound up or not. Nope, we'll try to wind it here in a second. It looks like the music element portion is right here. You got your little pin cushion, your little pocket for some goodies, and then the rest of it's just a box. But I mean, it overall looks to be in pretty darn good condition. I don't see any big rips, tears, major stains or issues like that. Let me wind it just slightly. And it works. Now I wish it only played when it was like the lid was open, but apparently that's not the case. So that's fine. Let me edit our item here and we'll get started. Hopefully that thing winds down quickly. What do you weigh, Box? All right, about 1.5 pounds. All right, cool. We should be good then. Okay, so starting at $10. Hey, Rami, you have to be good tonight? No worries. I've got a lot of milk glass and stuff, and honestly, I don't know what all else I have. I've brought forward a couple boxes that I don't know what's in them, so we'll find out together. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. A musical sewing box. No stains, no tears, pretty floral pattern. Really cute. Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot to tell you we were starting it at $10. All right. I know. I thought this thing was adorable. I come across sewing boxes all... There's no sound. Can everybody else hear me? You can hear? Okay. All right. Jolene, I don't know. Maybe try going out and coming back in. I'm not sure. But it looks like everybody else is hearing me okay. But yeah, I come across sewing boxes all the time, but I'd never come across one that was a music box combo. So I just thought that was interesting. Just kind of cool. All right, let's see what else was in this box. Oh, I remember this. Still has the tag there. Okay, this was a cool trinket box. It says, I think it says EP zinc alloy silver plate Hong Kong sticker on the back there, and it's a heart-shaped silver plated little trinket box. And I thought those were rhinestones, but really it's just little like beaded areas on there. It's got an attached bow. And then it has this like teal colored, it is cushioned in here with a teal colored sort of silk lining on the interior of it. Let me weigh it real quick. Gosh, it's funny how you thrift stuff and then you forget all about it. Let's see. All right, just under 1 pound. Okay. All right, I think we're good. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Silver plated, heart shaped, hinges in good condition. I don't see any major wear or issue on the exterior or interior of it. No tears or rips to the silk lining or anything. Just a cute box. All right. Set that guy there. What else we got? No, we were looking at this one. Oh, I remember this one. Hold on. Let me peel the sticker off. If you guys watch my videos, you know what I thrifted them for, or if you remember what I thrifted them for. So I'm not peeling stickers off because I care if you see that. I just want to make sure that there's no damage beneath said sticker, as I found, sadly, with that raccoon piece back here. With this piece, when I did pull the tag, the price tag off, I found it was hiding a glaze chip. And so it was this moment that taught me to pull the tag back and just verify. lesson learned. So this is it Lampe Burger? No, I don't. This one's not marked. I'm not convinced this one's actually Lampe Burger, but it is an art glass and it's like in brand new condition. So this is that cage piece that I was talking about compared to this one here that I picked up at City Thrift, which I picked up even though it was missing the oil, like the wick part, you know. I picked it up because it's this like beautiful art glass. And I know in the camera, at least on my end, it looks difficult to tell, but it kind of has this iridescence to it. So that's why I went ahead and picked it up. But normally these catalytic diffusers, this is how they look. They usually have like this cage part. Then they usually have a topper here. And then they have the, you know, like diffuser piece here and the wick. It appears to be in great condition. I don't see any damage or wear to any of the metal. It, in fact, in my opinion, appears to be in brand new condition. I do not see any maker's marks or anything on the bottom. It's an amber colored glass and it may be kind of hard to see. I don't know if this will help or not, but it kind of has like these brown swirls to it, if you can see that. It mixes in really good with the amber color, so it might be kind of hard to tell. But beautiful piece. I'm kind of surprised it's not marked Lampe Burger. It looks very much like one of their pieces. Restart auction. All right, edit item. Ta-da. What are we at? Okay. Should be good there. All right, starting at $12. Glass catalytic oil diffuser in perfect condition. It's got all its pieces. Super stinking pretty. I think a good color for this time of year too. Nice fall color. All right. Set you down there. Okay, what's next? You know, I better grab a bag or something. There we go. That'll work. Grab me a box for paper as we're going through it. I think this is Dansk. And I think this piece, I'm not sure what it went with. I think I picked up a few pieces, maybe. Yeah, I had a couple plates. I don't know what pattern it is. It just says Dansk Designs Denmark NR. Let me move this tag out of the way. I want to make sure there's no damage underneath here. So I guess that first dish would probably be a covered sugar. And it looks like I got these at Savers. But there's a couple little plates here. And then let me look in the box and see what else is in there that may go with it, because I don't remember what all I had gotten that came with it. Let's see if there's any more. No, that's clay art. And these are mixing bowls. Okay. So as far as I know, that's the stuff I recently got. So I know there's nothing in there. Okay, so as far as I know, I don't know the pattern on this. Hey, Katie, how you doing? I know. I'm starting to get there. I did bring up a little bit more out of the basement. So as I reduce clutter, well, one, I still go make videos, so I have to pick up a few things here and there. But two, the stuff that's still in the basement that I'm trying to weed out, what I'm going to sell, what I'm going to donate, what I'm going to trash, that kind of stuff. I'm bringing up, hence like the milk glass and stuff tonight. So I'm filling it right back up too. Oh, this one had a sticker on it too. Gosh darn it. I really like this pattern. It's like a speckled stoneware. I mean, it's a basic pattern. Let me peel this back again. I just want to make sure there's no damage or anything. Some crack or something that it's hiding. Okay, I don't see anything. Most of the time, I imagine there won't be an issue, and I will have just wasted time doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go with, I have a request in the chat, in the Niknax chat. Oh, yeah, I can rerun the sewing box. Thank you, Katie, for letting me know. Thank you. TMC, I will rerun that here in just a second. So yeah, I'm going to go with covered sugar, bilateral handle. It appears to be in really good condition. I don't see any chips, cracks, crazing. Here is a look, because on the plates, the little like salad plates, it's like an impressed mark, and this one, it's actually printed, so you can kind of see it a little better. But it's like a speckled stoneware, and then it was ×2, and I'll get that ×2 off of there. But it has the 2 like little matching salad plates. So I'm going to sell them as a set. I wish I knew what pattern that was, but oh well. Let me see what they all weigh together here. All right, edit item. Let's see. They're just over 2 pounds. There we go. So we'll update that. Okay. All right, guys. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Set of 3 pieces covered sugar and 2 salad plates or dessert plates produced by Dansk. I don't think I showed you guys the mark on the back of these. Oh, that one's a little easier to see. The other one's more lightly impressed. All right. Okay. Sewing box. Now, I'm going to gently wind it. So it plays music. There's no damage to it that I have found. It's got a little pocket in here. It's got the sewing pin cushion piece. And then this is, I think, where the little music element mechanical piece is. It's got a little tassel that hangs on the front, an adorable handle, and the key to wind it is back here. It's got a wood base that says the San Francisco Music Box Company, made in Taiwan, ROC. So yeah, looks to be in good condition. Let me restart us. Edit item. I don't remember what you weighed. About 1.5 pounds. All right. Edit item. Oh, don't you do your freezy thing. Come on now, Niknax. Not tonight, Niknax. If I keep hitting edit item, it's gonna try to pull that up 100 times. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's what I did last time. I just kept hitting edit item, I don't know, 20 times. And so then when it finally like started going again, it was pulling that screen up a lot. Okay. So starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Super cute sewing box. And like I said, I've never seen one that doubled as a music box and sewing box. I've come across lots of sewing boxes. I came across one the other day that I wish had been in better condition. All right, TMC, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let me write your name down. Where's the start of my tape? Here it is. I've been loving using my painter's tape for this. It works out great. All right. Oh God, what is today? The 12th, I think. The 12th. That's what I'm putting on here anyway. We're going with the 12th. All right. Set that aside for you. Thank you very much. That thing is so cool. Yeah, I've never seen one that had a music box element to it. It was really neat. And Rami, I don't know if... Oh gosh, I know, Rami. I know. I don't know if you saw I think it was my most recent video where I went to the Goodwill in Shawnee and I found one of the sewing boxes, and it was so sad that it was in such poor condition, like a crack in the lid and all that stuff, because it otherwise on the interior, it had, I think, both of the trays that sit in it and stuff. So that kind of broke my heart a little bit. Because I've actually had that exact one before, and back when I still had my antique booth, I had one in there, and I'd gotten it from an estate sale, and the lady of the house, she had a whole like craft sewing room and stuff, and that was one of the pieces. By the time I got there, it was kind of like one of those walk through estate sales, pick up what you want sort of thing, and it was full of just all sorts of little accessories, thread and all kinds of things. And so I think I sold that in my antique booth for $30, $40, something like that. Do I still have the art pottery cow skulls? I believe so. I think, yeah. I think this is them right here. You want me to go ahead and run these real quick? Since we're talking about them, let me set this where it won't fall somewhere. And these were the ones where I was like, I don't know if I should run them separately or together. I'm thinking I'm just gonna run them together though. This one here is signed on the back, but this is the original price sticker that would have been on it when it was sold. A Pinot something New Mexico. Kind of, I would say that says a coma, but I don't think it says a coma under there. Anyway. Then we had this one here. And this one is a lot like those vases that I pick up. Of course, it's like similar clay material, but with the gold line design and the little pueblos on there. And there's no damage to these pieces that I have seen anyway. This one's marked as well, but I have no idea whose mark that is or anything. And then this one, I think might be my favorite out of the three. It's all hand painted. And again, it's signed, but I just didn't want to remove the original stickers, you know, but I love that. What is this guy called? I can never think of the name of that. You'll see this all the time in prints and, you know, etched into wood pieces and things like that. And I can't think of what they're called or what that is called. All right, edit item. And I don't think they weighed all that much. Put a couple of them on there. Yeah, I think they're roughly a pound for all three of them, so we should be good. Okay, so starting at $14, running for 20 seconds. I'm going to try to hold them all up for you guys. No damage to any of them that I have seen. Here's this dude again. They're just cool. I love the hand painting and the tribal art on them. All right, Nanlia, congratulations. Let me get these scissors out of my way. Let me write this down. Okay. And I want to wrap them back up slightly so they don't get injured. Okay. I've got your sticker on there. All right. Put those guys to the side. Okay, what else did we have in this box? Oh, this clay art dish. Well, let me pull the sticker off. Son of a gun. Here we go. So far, luckily, these are coming off pretty easy. Okay, there's still a little sticker residue on there I'll finish getting off. And let me take this tape off, because I don't think there was any damage to this piece that I recall. But let's investigate it. There we go. Okay. Come on out of there, spoon. Now, I like clay art pieces. I think they're super cute. And I don't, like, typically when I find them, I find, like, just the bowl, you know? Here's the back of it. Clay art. What does it say? Made in China. Microwave and dishwasher safe. But I don't see any chips, cracks, or crazing to it. Looks to be in really good condition. And same thing with the spoon. And like I was saying, I typically don't find them with the like matching spoon piece. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let me set it there. Weighs just about a pound. Duplicate. Edit item. All right. We should be good with that. All right, so starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Oh, you're very welcome, Nan Leah. You're very, very welcome. Those are so beautiful. I'm so glad I decided to pick them up that day at Savers. I'm a sucker for the Mexican and Southwest, you know, style pieces. All right. Let me see here. Let me grab. Let's keep the spoon safe. Set it in there. Okay. Now what else we got? That's paper. Come here. That's paper. Come on now. Get in the box. All right. Oh, okay. So this one is a box to hold your Bible. Can't remember what the inside looked like, or if it was just wood, or if it had some design. Let me get this sticker off of here, or at least make sure there's no damage underneath. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I think we're pretty good. There's still a little more sticker on there for me to get off, but I think it's okay. It's natural wood. I love this little knot in the wood, but it says the Holy Bible, and then it's got the little latch over here. The hinges appear to be in good shape. Show you all the sides here. And so then you open it up, and oh, okay. Our deepest sympathy, United Steelworkers of America, local union number 4803, AFL-CIO, Kansas City, Missouri. Has a picture of the man himself in there. So solid wood box. I'm not positive the type of wood, but pine maybe. Weighs about a pound. Restart this. And we should actually be good. Okay. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Solid wood box for your Bible. And I'm assuming you probably, if you really wanted to, I don't know, maybe they have it adhered in here, this piece, but I wonder if you took a little heat to that, if it would remove the adhesive, like loosen it up and you could take that out. All right, Diane DF Weaver, congratulations. Thank you very much. I love finding the, I mean, this one definitely has some age to it, but I love finding like the old antique ones, you know. What was that? Number 2. All right. There we go. Okay, got it marked. Set that bad boy there. All right. Now, last in this box are these couple of mixing bowls. Hopefully only one of them has a tag. Because it looks like it came as the set of 2. All right. Still got sticker residue, but I don't see any cracks or anything under that sticker. All right, so the small bowl, these are Pier 1. Oh, I forgot that. I apparently originally had 3, but I think probably 1 got broken in the store, so there was only 2. But they're Pier 1, made in Italy. I love this basket weave kind of look to it. This one's pink, the other one's blue. Let me check it over. Let's see. I see one little, I think it's more of a pit to the glaze than it is a flea bite, in my opinion. But it otherwise looks pretty good. I see a couple like utensil marks in there, but I'll try and get those out for you too. And then here is the matching one. It's slightly bigger. Let me hold them together just for comparison. And of course, it's also on the bottom marked with Pier 1. And let me look it over. This one, that might be a tiny flea bite to the glaze there, but I don't see any chips or cracks or crazing. Again, I see a little bit of silverware mark on the bottom of here, and I'll try to get those off. And this one's in good condition. Oh, you're very welcome, Diane. You're very welcome. Yeah, I'm curious what the third one was. I wonder if it was like, I'm assuming it would have been a larger bowl that these would have sat into. And I wonder if it would have been green or something. Let me duplicate that. Now, they are a little weighty. They're about 4.5 pounds. They're super stinking cute, though. All right. Done. Update. Okay. So for the set of 2, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds, 2 Pier 1 made in Italy mixing bowls, basket weave style, hand painted. Really nice. So Rami, do you have the night off work tonight? Or did you just call in sick to hang out? I told you before, I won't tell on you. Oh, Sunday's your day off? Okay, good. Well, I'm glad I did it on Sunday then. I was going to run a sale last night, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because things were crazy hectic yesterday. But not only that, but on Niknax, they had, I think, 2 different trains running. I can't remember what the one earlier in the day was, but the one in the evening was like Spooky, Speedy Saturday, I think. And I don't know. I know I can still schedule a sale and all that, but I just hate to like barge in, you know, when they have those kinds of events going on. You were listing and then got notification I was on, so you've been officially distracted. Sorry, Rami. My apologies. All right, let's see here. Oh, this is some of the stuff I got at Heart and Hand the other day. Oh. Okay. It's okay, you'll live. So this is a little vase. I think, wasn't it terracotta? I think it's a terracotta vase. And it may have been made by like a student. And I say that because on the bottom, it's marked with PM Mayville, and then it says 6th right here. Now, does that mean 6th hour? Does that mean 6th vase? I don't know. It seems very well done for a student piece, like, you know, or even as a hobbyist piece. Like, it seems very well done. There's this piece right here that's not damaged. If I had to guess, that's just probably where it touched the side of the kiln. But I thought this was adorable. And these little apples are incised on here. And try to show you guys the interior. It looks to be in good condition. I don't see any chips or cracks. There's maybe some very mild crazing to it, but outside of that, it looks to be in good condition. Let me see here. It weighs just shy of a pound. Let me hit restart. Edit item. And let's definitely update that shipping. And there we go. Because it definitely doesn't weigh as much as those Pier 1 bowls. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Adorable. Are they apples or are they pears? They might be green apples. I'm not sure. I guess I look at them and I think apple, but then I was just looking at them in the camera and I was like, maybe they're pears. I was standing out on our back deck earlier and I heard this big thud and I looked over and the tree on the other side of the fence is one of those, are they crabapple trees? You know, those big, they're not apples. You don't want to eat them, but they're those big giant green ball things, you know, and they're good at deterring spiders and things like that. So like when I was a kid, my mom would always gather them up and stuff and like stick them down in the basement and things like that. And so anyways, I went over there and I stole them. I threw them in my yard. Osage orange, is that what they're called? They very well could be. I always, yeah, think of them as like crabapple, but I know that's not the right name for them. So, but I went over there and I stole them. I threw them over my fence and went and not planted, but like put them around the foundation over here. You made your quickest sale last night, listed a Blue Mountain pottery whale and sold in 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, Diane. Wow. Blue Mountain. I love Blue Mountain pottery. Wow. I don't know that I've ever seen a whale. I'm assuming figurine, right? That is cool. That is so cool. That's got to be a pretty unique piece. I say that because I've never seen one, so, but that means nothing. But I would think if it sold that quick, it had to be pretty unique. Yeah. Oh, and it was white too. Oh, how cool. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. That's awesome. Good for you, girl. That is so cool. Okay. All right. Now, this one, you guys didn't see me pick up, but okay. So, little story here. When I went to Heart and Hand, And you, for those of you that saw that video, I'm trying to get this price sticker off of here just so I can make sure there's no issue. But when I went to Heart and Hand, I had seen that black Cambridge octagonal tidbit tray and didn't get it. And I think they had it for like 10 bucks or something and didn't get it. But I had the same exact tray listed in my eBay. And if you've ever received a package from me, you know I package the dickens out of things. And somehow, it managed to show up with the handle broken on the one I'd sent out. And so the buyer messaged me and said, everything arrived perfectly. Everything was packaged perfectly, but I don't know how the handle's broken. And she sent me a couple pictures of it, you know, and I messaged her back and I said, you know what? Cause this is right before that video had come out. And I said, I actually just saw that exact piece. And so the following morning I was back at Heart and Hand and I picked it up and then I listed it on my eBay for her. I refunded her for the original one and then relisted it for her so that she could get it and I could get it sent to her. And so it all worked out, but how weird, because normally when you sell vintage and antique items, it's not like you can just run to Walmart or Target or something and just go pick up another one. So while I'm not happy that during shipping the handle was broken, nonetheless, it all worked out. And so when I was there, though, this piece, you guys saw in my video, but I didn't pick up. And when I went back, I decided, well, to heck with it. Oh, yes, TMC. Yes, that's exactly right. And you are very welcome. You are very welcome. Girl, I was so glad that they had it. How does that happen? It was just fate. It was fate. But when I went back, I managed to pick up this piece as well. And let me fix this chain on it. It needs to be, well, I'll fix it in a minute. The chain part is that holds it is kind of bent upward here, so it won't close down all the way, as you can tell, but that's a minor fix. I can fix that. But otherwise, this is super stinking cute. It was made in Taiwan. It's a 4-footed little piece. I love it. They had, I don't know, a few bucks on it. So I figured, I don't know why I didn't pick it up the first time. I picked up that bigger one, you know, so, which we will also be running. All right, this one's just over £1. Let me get us set up here. Edit item. All right. Oh, we should be good, actually. All right. So starting at $10. I believe it is. I don't see any element on this side of it to have a second chain, you know, like another hook or anything. So I think BD that it only had one. And I think that's a mirror in the bottom there. But I don't see any damage to it. All right, BD, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let me get it tagged for you here. Let's see, that was number 3. All right. Set this guy over here. Okay. Now, what else did I get? Oh. Stick this paper there. You guys are probably getting tired of my blown Mexican glass, but I can't help myself. When I find Mexican blown glass, I just can't help myself. I have to get it. If it's at the right price, you know. There's just something about it. I think it's because it, you know, I like the crudeness of it You know, they're usually kind of crudely blown, lots of bubbles and stuff in them. You know, and the pontils are, they're not rough, but they're not like super polished and stuff, you know. Oh, Rami. Beaded, it's so good. Oh, well, Rami, now you make me feel bad. I'll keep my eyes open for one for you, Rami. But I picked up these two, I don't know, we'll just say like wine goblets, I guess, goblets of some kind. What I liked about these, though, is, well, obviously they're blown glass. They're not signed or marked by anybody, but I loved the twisted stem. And I think it doesn't really look applied. It looks like the cup, the bowl here, it looks like it comes straight out of that into the twist. Now the foot appears applied, but the stem looks like they blew this part and then twisted this. I don't know. It's wicked. I love it. And I love the cobalt in it. And there's the base of this one too. Same kind of thing, pontil wise. Beautiful pieces. No chips or cracks. Let me double check this one. All right. If I had to guess, they're probably 12 to 14 or so ounces. The both of them weigh just shy of 2 pounds. Let me edit this. And dun, da, da, da. There we go. Update listing. Okay. Starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Set up to cobalt blue, Mexican blown glass. I'm just going to go with wine goblet. Really pretty, though. All right. Set those guys there. What else did we have? Oh, this one here. This one's a little harder to get the sticker out of. This piece I know has crazing, but when I looked it over in the store, I really didn't see any like chips or cracks to it or any other damage, just the crazing. It's a planter and it's like a wheelbarrow wagon kind of shape. Dang, I don't know why they put the silly sticker on the inside. It makes it so much easier to get to. There we go. I got it. Okay. But this is hand painted in Portugal. It's got a little signature there. Do I mind mailing it to Rami? Oh, I mean, I will if you want me to. I have his address. I know where you live, Rami. All right, guys, this piece here, like I said, it has crazing to it. I don't know how well the camera is going to show it to you. Let me see if I can get it in a good angle, if you can tell some of the crazing. But again, I didn't see any chips, cracks. It doesn't look like anything was broken off and repaired. The crazing looks to be the worst of it. So, oh, and here's the interior of it as well. I just thought that was really, really pretty. I liked it. Let me see what it weighs here. 1 pound, just about 1.5 pounds. All right. Edit item. And I love my Portuguese pieces. It's hand painted. What can I say? All right. It's your gift to him. You two fight about it, and I'll do what you guys want, okay? All right. So this piece here, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Well, that's upside down. Hand painted in Portugal. Just a cute planter. From the looks of it on the interior, like down in the, little pits there, it doesn't look like it was ever used, really, like dirty wise. All right. Let me see. I'll set that one back in there. Okay. Now this bowl is kind of large, but we're going to run it anyway because it's cool. And it's signed. I don't know who it's signed by, though. Let me weigh it real quick. Get off of me, sticker. All right. A little less than 2 pounds. What's the diameter? Probably roughly 12 inches, I'm guessing. Yep, right at 12. Okay. 12 inches and then probably another 4 to 5 inches in height. But it's hand-painted sunflower. It's a wood bowl. And it's signed on the bottom. Esther, Katie, something. And I think it says 1991. I think that's what it says. I don't know if you guys can make it out any better than me. But really cool. And I love the painting in it. This right here, let me see if that's dirt or not. I might be able to get that off. I'm not going to promise, but I might be able to get that off. I think it's just a mark. But nonetheless, really stinking pretty. Let me restart this. And what did I say it weighed? A little less than 2 pounds. Okay. Edit item. Let's see here. I'm going to put it in for a little bit bigger of a box because of its size, but I refund any overage for shipping, and I do combined shipping, guys. So just keep that in mind. I don't charge you for boxes, shipping supplies, any of that. You pay just whatever it costs for the postal people to take it to you, and that's it. So starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Beautiful wood bowl, signed by the artist, although I can't make out exactly who it is. Gorgeous sunflower, though. All right. Let me see. Maybe I can set these inside there. That works. Okay. Now this piece, let me pull the stickers off of it. This piece was beautiful, and there was no way I could leave it behind. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little embarrassed that it took me as long as it did in the store to figure out how to open the dang thing. Because it really is pretty simple. But nonetheless, once I figured it out, it was quite exciting. And it's got a couple little shelves in here. And it's this mirrored in the back. And I think this is mirrored around here too. I need to clean it up for you. But it's got the etched flower and bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but etched flower down here also. And so then somewhere it has this little pin that you lift up and open, and it's got a couple shelves in there and a mirrored back. And let me look it over good. I don't see any breaks or damage to the glass at all, or the mirror. It just looks like it needs cleaned up a little bit. Let me make sure I close this door. Okay, so I don't fling it open. All right. Weighs just shy of 3 pounds. Let me restart auction. Edit item. And we'll need to edit this part just slightly, because this one obviously will still need a little bit of a larger box, but it's so pretty. All right. Oh yeah, and it has a sticker on the back and 2 things that you can, hang it from. Hecho in Mexico, made in Mexico, which that kind of surprised me actually. So starting at $14, running for 20 seconds. Beautiful wall curio cabinet, which I don't remember. I was trying to put in like mirrored wall shelf, wall caskets, that kind of thing when I was trying to find info on it. And then when I finally Google Lensed it, and other people were calling it a curio cabinet. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. And then I was able to start finding stuff on it. All right, Katie, congratulations. This piece is so pretty. I love it. What number was that? Number 4. Thank you very much, Katie. Make sure I put that on there right. 10, 12. Okay. All right. I've got it marked for you. Set that there. Okay. Let me move this somewhere. Let's set it there. And now we have a little more floor space. Okay. This is the stuff that I got at the Goodwill the other day. If you watched that video, the Goodwill in Overland Park. This was the day that I went and met up with Sally, who does glass. And she had won that Free State art glass vase from me. And such a nice lady. I was so glad I got to meet her. And if you guys need her info, I put it, well, her card is shown. Oh, you're very welcome, Katie. Her card is shown a couple times in the video, but I also, I think, put her website and a link to like her Niknax store and stuff in the video description. So if you guys need to get a hold of her, you'll know how to do it. This is what would be called a muffin ear. It is, I can't remember the company name for this symbol, but it's made in Japan. This would have probably been out of the 30s or 40s roughly. It's very Art Deco in style. It appears to be in amazing condition. It's got a little tape residue over here I'll clean off. But even the foot of it, I don't see any chips, cracks, crazing. I don't see paint loss. Nothing. It has the original cork that comes out with ease. Super cool. I was going to save it for my other shaker-like sale, but we're just going to run it. All right, let me edit the item. Okay. It's about ½ pound. Let me fix the shipping on it because it doesn't need that large of a box. Definitely not. All right. Update listing. Okay. So starting at $8. Yep. Made in Japan, Katie. There's the little mark on it again for you. Muffin ear. I mean, really, it could be whatever kind of shaker you want it to be. But I think technically back in the day, that's what the correct term was, as a muffin ear. All right, Rami, congratulations. Thank you. And you know what, Rami? Okay, nobody be mad. Hold on. you guys all know that Rami and I have a secret friendship love affair going on. And so when I'm out and about, and he collects these Ben Reichert pieces. So I'm not auctioning this. This is for Rami, and I've been saving it, and I'll include it in the box for you, Rami. Nobody be mad. Rami is one of my favorite YouTuber resellers, and you know, I more or less kind of credit him with helping, honestly, get my channel to the point that it's even at. And so I like to send him special gifts occasionally when I find them. Anywho, make me tear up. But congratulations, Rami. That thing is so stinking cool. All right, where's my box? Let's take this paper. Oh, yeah, these cups. There's a set of 4 of these. I don't think there's damage underneath here. I may not bother pulling all the stickers off on the bottoms of these. There's a total of 4, but I can see the bottoms, so I know they're not cracked. Here's the other 2. Now, I'm not positive who made these. They're these like teal color. Oh, I love you too, Rami. I love you too. They're a teal color, and they are not marked, as far as I can tell, by anybody. And when I like Google Lens them, some folks were saying anchor hawking. Other people were just calling them mid-century lowball glasses. But there's a set of 4. Here's 2 of them. There's no chips or cracks. I need to wash them, finish getting the sticker off of them, that kind of thing. But no damage to them. I just thought they were beautiful. So how much do they weigh? That would be the question. All right, just over 2 pounds. Duplicate. Edit item. I love the color of them, and I think that's what drew me to them. I wish I knew who made them, though. 3 pounds. There we go. Oh, Raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name's Amanda, Pieces of the Past KC. We're just getting ready to run these. I'm just going to go with mid-century lowball glasses. I know, BD. I love the color. They're these like super cool teal color. I keep trying to get the stickers off, but I'll finish doing it later, I guess. But anyways, there's a set of 4 of them, and we're going to start at $12 and run for 20 seconds. Thank you for the raid, Kathy. Much appreciated. Welcome in, everybody. I do combined shipping. All right. Set these guys here. We haven't gotten to the milk glass stuff yet, and that was a big part of what we're going to run tonight. Right now, I'm kind of finishing going through some of the stuff I've recently picked up at the thrift stores. Let's see what else we got here. Oh my God. You guys, I could not leave him at the store. I couldn't do it. Okay. And I actually had not pulled his sticker back. Hand painted, made in Japan. Well, clearly. But there's no damage to him that I have found. He looks like he's trying to be a Cupie, but clearly he's not a true Cupie. And this down here is like sort of spaghetti, and it actually looks pretty darn intact. I mean, I'm sure there's probably little pieces of it broken, but it looks overall really intact, surprisingly. And there's the interior of it. You check the top here. I don't see any chips or cracks. He's Bisque, and he's adorable. Just a tiny little bud vase. Reminds you of Fantasia? Yeah, yeah. Let me hit restart auction here. I don't know. I saw him at the Goodwill, and what am I doing here? Editing the item. That's what I'm doing. I saw him at the Goodwill, and I had to. I don't know. He was too cute. I think basically he was in great condition, and so I felt terrible if I would have left him there, because how long would he have remained in perfect condition? Yeah, little baby wings on him. He's adorable. All right, starting at $8, running for 20 seconds. So for anybody new that has come in, I was telling you guys, I do combine shipping. Any overage, I refund you on. I do not charge you for boxes, shipping supplies, any of that. All right, Skyless, congratulations. Thank you very much. You're going to love this guy. What was that? Number 6. So tomorrow morning, I go to take Kyle to the airport. He's going to Florida. A couple, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, something like that. His parents bought him a ticket round trip to go down and visit and come back. And I usually stay here. He goes down maybe once a year or so to visit his parents and his brother and aunt and uncle, and like everybody lives down there now. So he's leaving in the morning, and I got to drop him at a friend's house, and they're all riding together because his brother, I don't remember why he came in town, but he came in town and has been visiting a friend. So then they're all going to fly out together for Florida, and I'm going to be here by myself, I think till Sunday, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so I started telling you all that because I wanted you to know I try to get things packaged and mailed out to you guys like ASAP. But I probably won't even get started packing stuff until tomorrow afternoon sometime. So it might be an extra day or so. Just a heads up. Oh, this I'm doing as a 2-piece. Where's the other part? This has to be it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so these are Louisville. Well, that's how I say it. Louisville stoneware. And these are Christmas oriented or holiday oriented. Let me try to pull a sticker back a little bit. Make sure there's no major issue. So here's the plate. Yes, I agree, Rami. I very much agree. Here's the plate. And yesterday I went over to, and there's the back of it for you. It looks to be in great condition. Like I see no chips, cracks, crazing, no issue with the plate. And then it's got a mug here. And I wouldn't say the mug matches exactly, but I'm going to sell it as a set because it's Christmas themed as well. But anyways, yesterday I went down to Lewisburg, Kansas, and went to a Gates Grace thrift store. And they're a really cool thrift store. I think they used to only be open on Saturdays, but I noticed when I was looking at their info last night, editing that video, because I wanted to put their website in the video description for y'all, I noticed that their hours are now like Tuesday through Saturday. So that's really cool. I'm really excited about that they're there more. And it looked like they had rearranged in there and stuff too. It looked really cool. But the whole reason I'm telling you that is because they had in one of their cases all this Louisville stoneware, and it's like, I don't know if the whole set is called Noah's Ark, but it's like biblical or Christian related, or what have you. Like I don't know what that pattern of theirs is actually called, but yes, this cup here is milk for Santa, and then it's got a stocking on the other side. But they had tons of these pieces, and I'm gonna have to go back down there and get some. So I'm selling this as a set. This guy here, Snowman. This one here is milk for Santa, and it's marked on the bottom with the Louisville stoneware as well. Let me weigh these pieces here. All right. Duplicate. Edit item. They're a little less than 3 pounds. Update. Okay, there we are. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. A little plate for the cookies and the mug for milk for Santa. So you can be set for when Santa comes down your chimney or knocking on the door. All right. Let me set these guys down. Okay. Tell you what, let me set them over here. Starting to run out of room over here. Okay. One more piece in this box. Oh, this is kind of a plain dish, but it's an art pottery piece. Kind of a, I guess you could call it a trinket dish or sort of a console bowl or something if you like. But it is signed on the back, Betty something. Let me see if I can get it where you guys can sort of see it. It's Betty something back there. Anyway, really cool. No damage to it that I found. Like I said, kind of plain and simple. I don't really know what the design process or thought was here, but I liked it. Oh, let me weigh it. That'll be helpful. It is stoneware. It's about 2.5 pounds. And there we go. I thought it was going to try to freeze up on me again. All right. Update listing. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Cool art pottery dish. I think it's roughly about 10 inches or so in diameter. And it is signed. All right. Okay, now let's start thinking about where to put some stuff. Let's put this one over here. Set that there. Okay, well, let's get moving on to some milk glass, I suppose. Might as well. I don't really know which ones to start with, per se, but what the heck. Here, let's get these little cups out of the way. You know, I think, I could be wrong, but I think I have the matching sugar and creamer to this listed online already. But anyways, I believe these are, I think, Anchor Hocking. They're not marked on the base of them, but I think this was their golden anniversary pattern, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong and anybody knows, definitely drop it in the comments. But I have a set of 4 of these, and they're in great condition. There's no chips or cracks. The gold is intact. No chips or cracks on the base or rims or handles. I'm double checking everything again. Looks good. Looks good. All right, let me weigh them real quick. A little less than 1.5 pounds. Restart auction. Edit item. Okay, update listing. There we go. All right, so set of 4 vintage milk glass with the gold rim. Little coffee or tea mugs, cups. I suppose they'd technically be for tea, wouldn't they? When I think of coffee cups, I think taller than this. All right, Adore Vintage Shop. Thank you very much. These are beautiful. I think I got these handed down to me, actually, through family. Number 7. Door Vintage 1012. All right, I got them marked for you. Thank you very much. And you're very welcome. Let me put that inside one of those cups there. Okay. Set them to the side for you. Okay. Oh, this was another empty box. There's more floor room now, guys. Okay. So I have some bud vases, and I'm not sure. I feel like maybe some of them I should just run them all as a set. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to show you guys these bud vases that are all roughly the same height and stuff. One's Hobnail, and I feel like this one's E.O. Brody. It is. E.O. Brody Hobnail vase. No chips, no cracks. Very cool, though. And then there's this one. It's not, well, I washed them yesterday, so some of them still have a little water in them. This one here, let me step back. You can see the flower debossed here. It's not marked on the base. I'm not sure who made this one, but there's no chips or cracks to it. And this one is a swirl style. This one's Hoosier glass. The light kind of drowns it out. Again, no chips or cracks. There's no damage to any of these that I'm aware of. Oh, this one's FTD. And it's kind of got this like vine sort of like design going up the top of it. So I don't know. Probably just do all 4 of these as a set. Unless you guys would prefer me to not do them that way. If you're interested in just one rather than all 4, let me know. Otherwise, they're just over 3 pounds. Let me get us set up here. Oh dear, not 24. And I'm going to make the box size a little bit bigger on them. But again, I combine shipping and I refund for any overage. Just a heads up. All right. So we'll start it at $8. And for all 4 of them, running for 20 seconds. You got your kind of twisted design here. Who's your glass? You got your one with your debossed flower on it that I don't know who made it, but it's very pretty. Hobnail style by E.O. Brody and FTD Vine style. Adore Vintage Shop, thank you very much. Let me move a couple of these so I have room to write my tag. Congratulations. That was number 8. Okay. All right. Got those guys up to the side. All right. And this is a tinier one. I left it by itself because it's just a lot smaller. This is by Randall. I'm sorry, guys. I know the light kind of drowns it out. Randall, just a tiny little bud vase. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Let me edit. It can't weigh hardly anything. Nope. All right. Let me get us set up here. Update. Okay, starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. This one here, I feel like you can kind of see that opal, that ring of fire when I hold it in the light. And I love the base of it. I've always liked this one. All right. Okay, what do we want to run next? Hell, let's run the Jim Beam bottle. I know you guys have seen these before. You can't be a reseller and have never seen these. But it's probably one of my favorite ones. So let me start by showing you. Still has the milk glass top. I wonder if turning this off helps at all. No, not really. Let me bring it down a little. So milk glass top. The cork is still in perfect condition. There's no damage to it at all. And then you have the bottle. And I would say this is more, I would go with opalescent over milk glass, you know, kind of for obvious reasons, I think. But I love the design on it, and I just think it's really pretty. And there's the base of it there. What's it say? I think, wasn't this one that said something about federal glass being illegal? I don't know. It's hard to make out. Federal law forbids such and such. Anyway, to heck with the federal law. Spout's in perfect condition. There's no damage to this piece at all. It is just gorgeous. Let me weigh it real quick. All right, just shy of 2 pounds. And let's fix our settings. There we go. Update listing. All right. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Jim Beam bottle, perfect condition. Now, I don't always see them come with the stopper, much less the cork on the stopper, which I think is what kind of makes this one a little more unique than the ones I come across, you know, like in the antique stores and stuff. All right, DF Weaver, thank you very much. What was that? Number 9. Such a cool piece. I haven't heard Theodore barking in a minute. Maybe Kyle decided to share some of his snack with him. We went to, gosh, what's it called? Not Tractor Supply, Menards a few weeks back. I don't know, maybe a couple months ago. And they had these. Theodore is the size of like a pony, you know, and you would think he would destroy his toys, but he actually doesn't. So he has tons of like the rubber squeaky pigs and stuff like that. And at Walmart, they have those spiky balls that are technically in the kids aisle, but you throw them and they like light up and stuff. And he loves those. And somehow, for whatever reason, he doesn't chew them into pieces. Well, we were over at Menards and they had one of these squeaky pigs, but this thing, it is the size of like a Dutch Hound dog. It is huge. And it is, the squeak on it is, it sounds almost like a real pig. It is his favorite stinking thing. It weighs, it's got to weigh at least 5 pounds. It's ridiculous. And he, oh my God, he just wants to play pig all day. Just throw the pig, throw the pig. It is nuts. But I haven't heard the pig going off, so he must be sleeping. All right, so I've got technically 4 of these vases. I want to say these are Anchor Hocking, but again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I feel like these were Anchor Hocking who made these. This one has a mold number on it of 22, but I don't think the other ones. Nope. Nope. And nothing on this one. Just this one has a mold number of 22. So there's 3 of them like this that have this kind of like fluted exterior to it. And then there's this one that it's scalloped, but it's straight up and down instead of, you know, obviously you can see the difference, but they're otherwise the exact same. And so I think I probably ought to just sell them as a set of 4 is what I'm thinking. You sell those spiky light up balls at Cracker Barrel. People buy them for their dogs all the time. Oh yeah, yeah. They're Theodore's favorite thing. He loves the fact that they light up. And it makes it look like we sit in the garage a lot. For obvious, because we have a horse for a dog, and so he's kind of destructive. So we sit in the garage a lot and like watch TV, and I'll do my listings and stuff. But when it's dark out, it's a red and blue light inside of it, so it looks like the cops are constantly coming, you know, at our house. It's hysterical. But yeah, Rami, I bet people buy them for their dogs all the time because the dogs love them. I need to find a box that I can set across my scale. Or I'll tell you what, let's weigh 2 of them. All right, so it's about 6 pounds for all 4 if I double the weight of those. Let's duplicate, edit, and let me edit our dimensions. All right, done. Update listing. Okay, so no chips, no cracks, no damage to any of these pieces that I have found. I'm double checking them all real quick. I checked them over yesterday. They're in great condition. Starting at $12. The set of 4, there's 3 like this with the more fluted top, and then the one with the straight top, but they're all the same hobnail design with like this like lined part, you know, on the side. I've had these for forever. I honestly don't even remember where I got these from, but they're beautiful. Oh, let me set those down. Okay. All right, let's run this dude. Is anybody into some Wheaten glass? Wheaten, New Jersey. And it says first edition. on the bottom there. Now, these are not the antique ones. These are, I think, out of the 70s. Copyright 70. I don't know what the W stands for, but I'm assuming out of the 70s. Anyway, it's an iridescent carnival glass style. I don't remember if these originally had like cork stoppers or what. I imagine cork, but I could be wrong. But I have the Wheaten glass bottles here. That one had Theodore Roosevelt on it. What'd the back say? Speak softly, but carry a big stick. Theodore Roosevelt, 26th president, 1901 to 1909. And then this one here is a teal color, and it says Wheaten, New Jersey. I can't quite make out the rest of what's embossed on the bottom there, but it has Benjamin Franklin on here, and author, statesman, businessman, great American on the other side. So I was probably just going to do the set of 2 of them. They're really pretty. And I have like an old, like collector's book, you know, for old bottles and stuff. There we go. Edit item. And I love looking through those because they have like photos of the original true antique ones that are super stinking cool. Here we go. What were they? Okay. That one, nope. There we go. All right. Okay, so starting them at $12, running for 20 seconds. 2 Wheaten bottles. One is in like a Cobalt Carnival iridescent, and the other one is, it's still iridescent, but it's like a teal. I know people collect, because I think they make miniature versions of these too, if I remember right. I could be wrong, but I think they do. All right, so then I had this milk glass vase. It has a mold number of 9 on the base, but I don't know who made it. It is scalloped at the top. There's no damage to it, but I love the design on it. It's really cool. No chips, no cracks, no damage. Weighs just over 1 pound. Let me get us set up. There we go. All right. So starting at $8, running for 20 seconds, milk glass vase. I don't know what you would call it. I wouldn't say it's a hobnail design, but kind of a beaded design. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm going to run this real quick. This was another piece. I think it's Mexican blown glass as well. I've had this piece for forever. Here is the base or the pontil of it. Again, it's crude, but it's smooth. You're not going to cut yourself on it. But what I love about this is it kind of, you can see like the twisted, you know, sort of thing going on here. Like as they blew it, they twisted the glass down and then they applied the cobalt foot. And I love the cobalt rim on. I'm a sucker for cobalt. I don't know. And I was trying to decide if it was a vase or like a Pilsner glass. And I'm going to go with vase. It weighs just shy of 1 pound. Let me restart our auction here. And we should be good. Okay. All right. Starting at $10. Running for 20 seconds. Mexican blown glass vase. And again, I've had this one forever. I honestly don't remember where I even got it. I may have gotten it like through an estate sale. That's always possible. Because some of these pieces, especially the milk glass pieces, I pulled up from the basement. And so those are pieces that I've had for a long time. Okay. Now, I have two of these. They're the exact same. And I think Anchor Hawking made these as well. If not Anchor Hawking, Indiana Glass, one of the glass houses made them. If somebody knows for sure, put it in the comments. But it's got kind of the grapevine design going on here. And sort of a nice scalloped top. Beautiful condition. No chips or cracks. What's it say on there? Oh, there is an anchor on there. It is Anchor Hawking. Haha. There we go. Anchor Hawking. So I have a matching set. Completely identical. And they are both in perfect condition. Both grapevine pattern. Like I said, completely identical. Let me weigh them. I'm going to sell them as a set. Unless you guys would prefer that I don't. They weigh just over 5 pounds for the two of them. Okay. Should be good. All right. So, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds, a set of two. I don't know. I guess these are serving bowls, right? They're kind of large for candy dishes, but you could use them for whatever. All right. Set these guys back down. Oh my good golly. You notice the weight when you hold them together, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so this one, who made this one? Napco, 1186, Cleveland, Ohio, USA. Okay. So it's got, again, the scalloped rim, and it has, I don't know that that's grapes, actually. And then it's got cherries. It's just got all kinds of berry things going on here. Another milk glass piece, little pedestal planter. All right, just shy of 2 pounds. Let me restart us here. Edit item. Let's definitely update the shipping. Okay. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. A multi-berry milk glass planter. Perfect condition. It says Napco on the bottom. All right. And I think the last piece of milk glass that I brought up from the basement was this pitcher. Now, it does have, I hate to even call it a flea bite because I'm not honestly convinced it is. I kind of feel like it's a little dip in the mold. Then it's so soft, you can hardly even feel it. But there is a little spot right there. It's not on the spout, it's over here. But I do want to point it out to you guys because I don't like you to be surprised by anything, if I can help it. It's got a mold number of, I think, maybe 11 on there. This is Grapevine. I'm going to go with Anchor Hawking, probably, or Indiana Glass. Could be Indiana glass, that's for sure. But it's otherwise in perfect condition. It's beautiful. Let me weigh it here. A little less than 1.5. Restart auction. Edit item. And let's update the shipping. All right. Starting at $8, run for 20 seconds. I will, Rami. I will. I was trying to get through some of the milk glass because people were asking about it during my last sale. And so I went down and dug a bunch of it out and got it all cleaned up. And I figured, well, we better, you know, run through some of it or all of it. I think that was all of it. I do have these two ruby red vases here also that really I probably could just do as a set. I think this one's Anchor Hawking. I'm not positive who did this one. No worries, Rami. This one here, they're both ruby glass, but this one, I don't know how well you guys can see it, or if I can get it in the light in a way that you can see it, but it's kind of got a twisted optic to it. There you can kind of tell. And then it sort of has this, not scalloped, but more kind of a crimped edge to it. It's in perfect condition. There's no markings on the base of it at all. And then this one is just kind of a simple bud base, but there's no damage to it. And again, no markings on the bases. Just very pretty. And I know they look nothing alike, but I'm going to sell them as a set because they're both ruby red. All right, let's see. A little less than 1.5 pounds. Okay, we should be good. All right, starting at $8, running for 20 seconds. 2 ruby red vases. Perfect condition. There's a couple other pieces that I found. You guys, I'm not going to show them to you tonight because you have to wait for my video. That'll be out Tuesday evening. So it'll be in this whatever sale I do following that video. But I found something pretty amazing over at Agape's Grace that I'm really, really excited to share with you guys. Oh, Coopster, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Congratulations, and you're very welcome. What was that? Number 10. All right. Got these tagged for you. Let me set them over here. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's run this raccoon piece. Now, I'm a little heartbroken about it after removing the sticker that was on here, the price sticker. I don't think the sticker peeled off the glaze. I don't think that's what happened. I think they put the sticker over this chip on the glaze. And in the store, of course, I didn't peel back the sticker to know that that was there. But so it is. Anyways, this is the lid to this raccoon piece. That is gorgeous. And so, I mean, I suppose you could just use it without the lid. I don't know. Maybe you could kind of fill in the chip a little bit. I'm not sure. I know, Rami. I said a lot of bad words. I was not happy when I found that out. I'm not sure who this signature is. I can't make it out, but it is signed. I love this because this kind of has like this sort of like a fern almost, like a floral fern kind of pattern to it. which is super cool. Like you can really see it right here. But it's just gorgeous, flippin' gorgeous. And they even, if you can tell on the interior, they glaze the interior with the metallic glaze. I can't help myself. It's otherwise, outside of that chip on the lid, it's otherwise damage free. All right, it's just shy of 2 pounds. Let me get us set up here. Update listing. Okay. So, especially due to that chip, I'm starting it at $14. That's what I was thinking too, Rami. Since they glazed the interior, you probably could. All right, starting at $14, running for 20 seconds. Outside of the chip on the top of the lid, it's a beautiful signed Raku urn style vase. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that artist or can make out that name, but all right. That may be one that I wind up having to list and just wait for the right buyer to come along. I know that chip, gosh darn that. I'm going to start saying naughty words again. So I'm just going to set it down and walk away from it. You think, Nadine, you think that's what it says? Let me look at it again. I don't know, because that looks like an H. Oh, you guys can't see. Looks like an H right there. You think? Like it look to me, I don't know. It kind of looks like Nihana. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Whoever it is, though, did a beautiful job. Nahana, Katie, you think? You very well could be correct. Very well could be correct. Oh, here. This was another glass piece that I brought up from the basement. Now, this one, I've had one that was Murano before, and it was the one that it's, gosh, I think it was white cased in red, and then it had the gold aventurine, like leopard or cheetah sort of style spots on it. And I sold that forever ago. And it was so cool because I was watching one of Dr. Lori's episodes on YouTube one time, and somebody had that exact piece. And Dr. Lori had talked about it and stuff. So that was like really cool. But this piece, I don't believe to be Murano. I think this piece is made in China. And the reason I say that is because of the base. Usually the pieces made in China kind of have this like round sort of divot in it. And then it almost kind of looks like a real fine little comb went through it, you know? And it's a beautiful piece. It's very nicely made. There's no damage to it. It's white cased in blue and sort of this mottled kind of effect going on out here. These little pieces are shaped kind of like flowers. And then it sort of has like this twisted ribbon thing look going on in the handles here. So it's beautiful, but it's not Murano, and I didn't want to give anybody the impression that it was. All right, it weighs just less than 2 pounds. Let me get us all set here. Okay. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. And I suppose you could use it as a planner, but I don't know that because you can't remove the handles, you know. I would think to get in there and clean it, you know, that would be a pretty tedious, difficult thing to do. So I think it's just more decorative or for faux plants, you know. All right, let me set it back here. I don't know. What else do we want to do? What else do we want to do? I'm going to bring these back out. Maybe I'll try selling these as a set this time. Because I ran these separately last time. So there's this pair. What were they? Theater glasses, right? And they kind of work. They're sort of magnified. And the lenses they need to be cleaned, but they don't appear to be scratched. I don't know. Do I look pretty good in them or something? And they still have their original case that's in really good shape, like oddly good shape. There's no maker's mark or anything on it that I have found. They do not glow. I checked that last time thinking, oh, well, maybe they were like lucite that glows. They do not glow, but they are cool. And here's the back side of them. They're in great condition though. And then this other pair, they are, gosh, at least out of the 70s. You got to open them with care. I bet if you kind of greased these joints, you know, I bet you they would open a little bit easier, but nonetheless, they're super cool. And I'm not sure why. What was the thing with the flapper on here? Like the lenses were already green. Was it just to make them greener? I don't know. I'm not sure. But they do work. And the lenses, I mean, again, they need to be kind of clean, but they appear to be in otherwise pretty good condition. And I don't see any maker's marks or anything like that on them. But they're just cute, stylish, vintage glasses. So let me restart them here. I thought they were cool. They definitely don't weigh 3 pounds. Let me fix that. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. You have 2 pairs of glasses, your movie theater glasses, and then your more retro 70 glasses. And I found them mixed in with, I have some antique glasses. I think one pair is still complete, and I want to say it says Berkeley maybe on them, something like that. And then I have a couple other pairs that they're like gold, like the rims are gold and stuff, but they're in pieces, you know, they're antique. And they came in like an estate sale. I bought like a man's junk drawer kind of thing, and they came in that. And even the broken ones, I just don't have the heart to throw them away. I don't know why. But these were in there too. I don't know. What else do we want to run? Let me try this strawberry dish and this black glass dish again. How long have we been going? Just shy of 2 hours? Okay, let's at least do these two. This first one here, it is vintage, and I agree, Rami. Diane Keaton would love those. This is vintage. It is what is it? Something Roberts company, made in Japan. There's crazing all over it. If I can get it to show that in the light. It's like that fine little hairline crazing. There's still some tape residue on here, and I don't want to drop it. So here's the lid, and it's got the strawberry finial. It's all hand painted. I'm trying to get it. Can you guys tell like that real fine hairline crazing? But there's no chips or cracks to it outside of that. It's like a little jam server dish. And so it's got the lid, and then it's 3 separate pieces. Yeah, I might do that next time. Try that. I guess part of me hasn't, because so much of it's in boxes and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I might try that. I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out a decent setup to be able to be more mobile. Because like I have my iPad on a stand, and I don't know. I don't know how other people do it. They just seem to do that kind of stuff with like so much more ease than I feel like I feel like maybe I'm too clumsy to do it. Maybe that's it. So there's no damage to it outside of the crazing, but it's got 3 individual little pieces like this. And again, all hand painted. And then you have the underplate here. Yeah, I know. I'm worried I'd be trying to like have the iPad on the stand and swing it around in here and things would get way out of hand. And I don't know if you guys can see. I mean, the crazing's on all the pieces, but anyway, no chips or cracks or anything otherwise to it. It's just adorable. That's what it is. It's adorable. Let me get it all put back together here and weigh it real fast. I can't remember if I feel like I got this one over at the Goodwill in Bonner Springs. All right, it's just under 2 pounds. Let's fix that. All right. So we'll start it at $10, running for 20 seconds. Cute little jam server. I wish it came with a spoon. I mean, obviously it originally came with one. I have noticed some pieces came with ceramic spoons, and then others would come with like a plastic spoon. And I actually have a set that's like I think it's like a cream and sugar set. It's like a wagon wheel, you know, and it's made in Japan, but it's like wagon wheel style. And that's the spoon it came with, is like a plastic spoon, and it's the original flippin' spoon. It's crazy. Really cool. Let me set that down. Okay. Now, TMC, I don't know if you're still here, but this piece here, let me see if I can get this sticker off. I don't think this piece has a mark underneath it. And this is either L.E. Smith or Cambridge, and I can't remember which, but it's one of the elegant glass houses, very Art Deco in style. I don't think it's marked. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be. So there is some surface scratching to it. And I think originally this would have been like a mayo dish plate or some sort of a condiment serving. So it would have had like a bowl that sat in the center, I think. And it has the bilateral handles. But if you look at the back of the handles, it has this really cool, intricate design on it. And black glass, I showed you guys last time. Oh. And just for giggles, black glass is actually amethyst glass, if you can see the purple coming through there. I have had some pieces of black glass that it took. I have one of those, they call them like happy lights or whatever, and they're extremely bright, where I've had to set them on that, and it still had a hard time like allowing you to see the purple come through. That's how thick it was. But black glass is actually just a very dark amethyst glass, but I love the edge to this. Outside of the minor surface scratches on it, there's no chips, cracks, or any other damage. Pieces like this, when they're missing like the bowl and stuff, I like to use them like pillar candles and things like that, or use it as an underplate for a planter or something, you know. All right, weighs just over 2 pounds. Restart auction. So we'll run this one and then figure out who to raid. Oh, yeah, it makes great Halloween decor, Rami. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Black glass dish. Again, I don't remember if this is L.E. Smith or if this is Cambridge, but one of the elegant glass companies for sure. Oh, you can kind of see my dining room lights coming through it. All right. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody coming to hang out with me tonight. I'm not positive. Like I said, I know I've got to go drop Kyle off tomorrow. And then I have a couple errands to run. So what is today? Sunday? I don't know. My next live sale will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday evening around 6:30 again. So, Rami, I imagine you're working and I won't get to see you, but I'll be thinking of you. But I appreciate everybody who came and hung out with me tonight on the YouTube side, Niknax side, all of you guys. It's much appreciated. And let's find somebody to go raid. Oh my good golly. There's a lot of people. I don't know where to go. I've never done this one. Happa's Hope Chest? I don't know. Let's go check it out, guys. And I will see y'all later.